Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to Celestial Wisdom. First of all, I would like to thank with all my heart every single one of you that has left a thumbs up on my previous video or that has commented. It has not gone unnoticed. It honestly has made my days, as it happened. I was so happy, so over the moon with it. Again, I put a lot of heart and soul and love into this channel and making these videos, and to know that it resonates and that it's helping people out there makes it so much more worth it, because I actually really enjoy doing this. I really do enjoy it, so it's already worth it for that. But to also know that it's getting to who it's meant to be, and it's actually helping and it's resonating, I have no words to describe how much joy that brings me. So thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate all of you who take your time to support me. And without further ado, I just, before coming here and starting to record this current video right now, I just did the video from unboxing and review for this deck, the Time Traveler's deck, which is the one I picked out of a random draw last week. So if you're interested on that video, I will link it down below in the description box. You can go and have a look. But honestly, I'm in love with this deck. It is absolutely beautiful, and will oh my god, I can't get it out. We will there we go be using it for today's reading, and right at the beginning it will be our significator cards that will help you pick your pile. But before we get into our pick a card reading today, let's just do the usual deal and draw a number out of here, so that next week I can bring a new deck to the channel and a new unboxing slash review video as well. And I'm really hoping it's going to be a tarot this time, because I'm in need of tarot decks. I have lots and lots of oracles and I want a new tarot one, but again, I'm randomly picking. So okay, the camera just froze on me, so I had to stop the video and start it again. But anyway, as I was saying, I'll get what I'll get. But I'm manifesting hardcore a tarot deck. So if a tarot deck comes out of here, then I've manifested it. If not, then just not meant to be this time around, I guess. So I've got a number, and the chances of it being a tarot deck are pretty slim, actually, because there are a lot of oracles, a lot more than tarot in here on my list. We got number 10. So let's check out which one that is. Number 10 is the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Wasn't meant to be tarot this time, but the looks of it. Actually, guys, I think I'm just gonna get a tarot as well, and we'll pretend I never did that without following our drawing random system. But yeah, I really want a new tarot. Anyway, so yeah, making so much noise, sorry. This will be the new oracle deck that I will bring in next week for review. Okay, so with that done, we'll get straight into our pick a card reading for this week. Today we are not using crystals, we are using essential oils. You can pick either by color or by word. So we have happy, we have love, and we have relaxed. And once you have picked your pile, I'll actually read the small writing which tells what essential oil it is, and then it might just be an essential oil that you might want to get for yourself. Might be worth it, for its benefits and the feeling that it gets. Obviously, this one would bring you happiness, the other one love, the other one relaxation. But for now, I won't tell you what those are. Only once you have picked your pile, then I'll let you know. So again, I am going to shuffle on camera, but if you don't like to watch the shuffling bits, I totally understand you. No worries at all. I get that. And if so, you can always skip ahead to the reading when it starts right down below in the timestamps in the description box. But just so you know, I may make comments and say things that come to mind as I shuffle, and if you jump ahead, you might miss out on those, but that's okay. I'm just letting you know so that you can make a informed decision whether you want to watch the shuffling bits or not. So, by the way, this is the Time Travelers deck, the brand new one that we got. All the cards are so beautiful. They are so beautiful. Like, it literally does what it says that it does. It's called the Time Travelers Oracle. And for me, when you look at the imagery of these cards, it just feels like you are traveling in space and time, and it feels like you are like immersed within the reality that is depicted in the card. You guys will see exactly what I mean as we draw cards out of the deck, but it is so beautiful. We'll only be seeing 3 of them in this video, but if you want to have a look at the whole 44 cards, the link for the review video will be down in the description box, and then you can just jump ahead and have a look at all the cards. They are so beautiful, so beautiful. Anyway, please spirit come through. And oh, by the way, I like to keep my readings, majority of them anyway, open. So I just ask spirit what message it has got to you guys today, and then based on what comes out, I create the heading or the title for the reading on YouTube. But I like to keep my readings open to see what comes through, what spirit wants to bring, unless I feel very intuitively called to do a theme for the video, then I do so and I ask that a specific question. But for now, we are doing what message spirit has for you, and here we have our first card for pile number 1, and it says Freedom 1963, I have a dream speech. So now it's just the time for you to watch and see what pile calls you the most, so that you can pick one. This is for our pile number 2. I will eventually pause the video so that I can organize them nicely. Oopsies. Okay, I got it. Just stay still. For pile number 2, we have Focus, Shaolin Temple, China. And please spirit, what message have you got for our beautiful pile number 3 today? What message have we got for our pile number 3? A bit stubborn. It's like it doesn't want to come out. But this one is really poking out, isn't it? So, and we have the Amazon rainforest, Brazil. I love this card because I love forests, and because it is Brazil, and I am Brazilian. For you guys who don't know yet, I am Brazilian. There we go. So these are our 3 options for today. I feel like things are not lining up, but here you go. Feel free to pause the video, take as much time as you need to make a decision on your pile, and yeah, I'll see you at your pile. Okay, so we are going to put pile number 2 and pile number 3 aside, and we are going to start with pile number 1. So my beautiful pile number 1s, you have got this freedom card, 1963, I have a dream, and you chose happy, and that's sage garden fragrance oil, essential oil. This smells so nice. I love this one. I'm actually going to smell it right now to just get me into the vibe of your reading, you know. Like it's such a soft, nice, like settle, uplifting smell. It really does provoke the feeling of happiness. It's so nice. So nice. I'll pop that one right here for us so that you can see that word throughout your reading. But since this is a new deck that I literally just got today, I will be reading the meaning out of the book, and then we will draw more cards for you. Yes, I'll do that. Okay, my beautiful pile number 1. I'm just going to give you a close look of this card. Honestly, doesn't it feel like you are staring right at like a portal, and on the other side of it, like there's this other like dimension going on, like this literally time travel thing where another place, space in time, it's playing out on the other side. I just love the imagery, like it literally transports you. Anyway, let's read the meaning of your card. So it's card number 60, freedom. 1993, I have a dream, speech. We are in Washington, D.C. on a day of special history importance. It's August 28, 1963, and we are standing in the crowd of 255 million. We have a good view of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the famed Baptist minister and civil rights activist. He is beginning his I Have a Dream speech, and the crowd is memorized. We feel honored to witness the defining moment of the American civil rights movement. King begins his speech with a reference to Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, which declared freedom for millions of slaves. He then laments, 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. Tears spring in my eyes as he describes his dreams of equality and solidarity for all within the nation and says, from every mountainside let freedom ring. The most quoted line in this, I have a dream that my let me just recap the most quoted line is this, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin or by the color of the skin, but by the content of their character. We both live feeling inspired and uplifted. His final words ringing in our ears, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. The time traveler's message. You are being called to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not allow yourself to be trapped by convention or by the expectations of others. Break free from anyone or anything that imprisons or restricts you. Support others in their journey to freedom. Flinging your arms to the heavens. What feathers your mind, body, and soul? If you have a relationship, a career, or a lifestyle that you can't always choose. Sorry, guys. I think I skipped a line. Or a lifestyle that constricts you, it is time to consider some changes. You can't always choose your life circumstances, but you can choose your response to those events and how you define them. Select meaning that empower you. You can choose to feel unrestrained and free no matter what is happening. You can decide to experience freedom even in limiting situations. And you know what's interesting? Last week's reading, last week's pick a card reading only had 2 options, but pile number 1, the whole overall theme of that pile was about points of view and going deep within to find new perspectives. And I think I touched base about like other people, and putting that on the back burner and focusing on self to gain new perspectives. So anyway, like this seems, by the looks of it, to be a running theme on pile number 1. The piles, pile number 1s. But this is only my second reading for this channel as well. So we'll see how things go along the way. But yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme. So if you feel called to go back to my last video and watch that too, I strongly feel like, I'm not saying this just because, okay, I'm actually saying it because I'm feeling intuitively that for some of you who are watching this video, that pile, that message on that previous video would be very helpful, and it's actually meant for you as well, because it will definitely resonate with you and with what you need to know and hear from spirit right now. So just putting it out there. If you feel called to go and check that video out, please do so, but please use your discernment. If you feel it in your heart, if your intuition is calling you to do so, then this message is definitely for you. But I'll put this freedom card right here. I'm gonna pause the video and see which deck we are going to use next. Okay, this next deck I'm going to use, pile number 1, is called The Secret Language of Light. Again, just a reminder that if you like any of the decks that I'm using on these videos, links are on the description box down below for you, so you can see. This time I don't feel called to take. I actually do. These cards are yours. I was trying to tell myself that I should shuffle, because I like shuffling cards. I really do. But these 2 popped out and I feel like they are for you. But just to finish what I was saying before, there are links down below where you can find the decks, and if you purchase any of them through those links, you are actually supporting me, because those are Amazon affiliate links and I get a commission if you purchase a deck from them, for no additional cost to you at all. Anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that if you do, you are actually helping me, but you don't have to at all. Okay. We have this also came out on one of the piles from last week. I cannot remember exactly, like 1 or 2, but it was an advice saying that I think it was pile number 2 from last week's, but it also said meditation. It highlighted the importance of meditation. But anyway, we have meditation. And we also have whispers. I'm just gonna pause the video to organize the cards and I'll be back. Okay, my beautiful pile number one. These cards are very specific. So I think I'm gonna read both of them out of the book as well. I'm just feeling intuitively called to do so. My readings are intuitively driven, so sometimes I feel like just saying what comes to mind, what comes to my heart, and other times I feel like it's important to read the messages in the book. So this is one of those cases. So pile number card number 8, meditation. Here it is. Okay. Meditation. Love and master your emotions. It is time to begin or resume a meditation practice. Gently reflect on how far you have come. Emotional mastery means choosing to be in charge of your life by adjusting your emotions, ideas, and intellect to something that feels easier and softer. This discipline will liberate you by opening a door into the tranquility and wisdom of your soul's love. You can't go beyond limitations while you are still focused on them. Meditate by focusing on something that brings you joy, such as having a massage, playing with your pets, spending time with your children, or creating art. There is no right or wrong way to meditate. It is just a gentle shift into your attention, attention away from the physical world and in your world of infinite possibilities. Meditation is a way of resetting your energy. That brings you into a neutral space from where you can move forward. Your life experiences have led you here. Allow them to be the catalyst that creates joy and freedom. See? And like I said, I felt called to reading this card. So maybe so that you can just see the synchronicities. So here it's saying that, your life experience have led you here to the right here and now where you are today, and allow those circumstances to be the catalyst for that creates joy and freedom in your life. So whatever has happened to you, you need to filter it, okay? And you need to find a way so that you can catalyze all of that into creating joy and freedom. But freedom was the main theme of your reading, so that's just confirmation. Let's keep going and see where it takes us, where this reading takes us. So in this next bit is just a step-by-step on a meditation that you should do. I'll bring it closer to the camera so that you can pause and read through it and do so, follow these steps if you feel called to. Let me just see the rest of it. So these are all suggested meditations for you. So you can pause and take a screenshot if you like. So yeah, basically from here to there, it gives you meditations that you can, do yourself. But I'll just read this here for you guys now. Journal work. For 3 days, write down or draw 3 different ways you can meditate. And now let's read card number 12, Whispers. Okay, my beautiful pile number 1. So here we have it, Whispers. Tune into your soul voice. Your mind and heart are expanding to hear your soul whispers. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes of your soul through how you feel. Open the door to your soul whispers by feeling appreciative. Close the door by feeling judgmental. The messages are always there, even if you are not receiving them. Practice feeling soul vibes to clarify your intuition and psychic senses. Just like we know a dog can hear sounds we can't, your intuition interprets waves and impulses outside of your conscious awareness. This card is also prompting you to take notice of your dreams. When we are asleep, we seize conscious thoughts and resistance, making it easier for you to receive soul transmissions. If you embrace the messages that come through your dreams, you will invite more of the same. If you don't like a dream, see it as a sign to shift your focus or change a belief. So here we have I had not used this deck in a very long time, so I didn't realize that all cards give you a meditation. So I won't read it as it is quite a lot, but again, I will bring it close to you. There you go. You can take a screenshot and read that and apply it if you would like to, if you feel called to. But yes, the spirit is telling you to listen to your soul's whispers. It wants you to connect with yourself so that you can be in touch with your intuition and follow it religiously. But journal work, I'll read that one because I think it's important for you to know and make as much effort to put this into practice if possible. Every day for 3 days, record 3 things that you hear for the first time. It could just be silence. If you have any dreams, draw or write about them too. There is no need to give them meaning, just record them. There you go, beautiful pile number 1. And the vibe I've gotten from your reading so far is that Spirit wants you to be free. Okay, it wants you to feel free and liberated, apart from what other people think, other people's feelings, and what they say. Spirit just wants you to be you, unapologetic. I can never say this word. Unapologetically, right? And I feel like you need to meditate in order to get the insights that you need, so that you can feel more confidence in yourself to step up to this freedom. And as you meditate, you will be able to listen to your soul's whispers, which will be guiding you on how to better listen to your intuition. We will be getting more cards though to complement this reading, to either confirm what has been said and what I've been saying so far, or to either complement and tell us more messages that Spirit has got for you. So now we are going to move on to a third oracle deck, and this is the Moonology Oracle. So please, Spirit, what messages have you got for our beautiful pile number 1, Spirit? Where is this reading going for our beautiful pile number 1? What message have you got for them? What do they need to know right now? One thing I just realized, both of these images, I don't know this one for certain because it's very dark, but it looks like these two people have their backs to us, like this is their backs. I'm yet to receive a insight of what that could mean, but I just realized they have that in common. So please, Spirit, what would pie number 1? Okay, need to know right now. A fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. Don't be alarmed by this card, by the way. It's just a, what's the word? Comes in as an advice, you know. I have taken it for myself many times, actually. I need to try and fix these cards. They look crooked to me on my screen, but on the table they were they were actually aligned before. But anyway, I feel called to reading this card out of the book as well, because you need to get that right. A fiery climax approaches, so you need to know how to deal with that, and I have an idea of what that card is about, but I don't want to miss out on any important information that you need right now. Here it is. A fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too me. There is a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensibly as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little harsh. Wait, I'm having a struggle here. Little harsh or harsh. Gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Attune to the moon. Be nice, be kind, smile and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Additional meanings for this card. Being assertive is good. Just don't ride rugshod over anyone. Sorry guys again with my pronunciations and speech. I really hope it gets better with time. If you are in a tense situation, meditate your see. I'm telling you guys, in some ways I'm feeling a bit because not much is coming from me at this point in this reading, and I really like to get into it and talk about it from my intuition with the messages that come through from spirit. But I'm just feeling really cold to reading the cards, and if you see every single one of them so far has been confirming one another. So in the meditation card we had freedom being mentioned, and now in this fiery climax one we have meditation being mentioned. So anyway, if you are in an intense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. You need to have more fun. Please have an open mind and an open heart for these messages. It is only meant to guide you and help you. So try and put your ego aside, because when we feel attacked and when we have our backs up to things, it is our ego that's in the way. So don't feel personally attacked, okay, by these messages. Just take them as a opportunity to maybe realize something that you were not being able to realize before, and be grateful that by realizing this you can step up and make changes for yourself. And just as I was saying that, I looked at the time and it is 11:11, as in like 1111. So I'm just feeling called to search up the meaning of that, which I'm doing right now. Just a second. Okay, says the number 1111 is considered powerful and creative, representing new beginnings, leadership, and spirituality. It is a message from angels to stay on the right path and embrace opportunities. The number 1111 can help fulfill dreams and desire through active participation and setting clear intentions. Again, maybe these things need to come up to your awareness so that you can set clear intentions to change them. Because maybe you are acting in a way that you haven't yet realized that you are kind of provoking some situations to happen in your life. And please, this is not a attack. We all do that, right? At some point in time, at some point in time in our lives, we are all, prone to that. We all do that. It's part of being human. It's a part of the experience. And we need to learn to identify our own mistakes so that we can make changes and grow from them, and learn so that we are not getting ourselves into the same cycles over and over again. So I feel like that was an additional message from Spirit, because you need to deal with the things that are being mentioned in this reading today, because addressing them will help you fulfill your dreams and desires. And as the message says, through active participation and setting clear intentions. So you need to set intentions, and it's coming strongly to mind now intuitively that you need to set clear intentions to behave differently with certain situations. Sometimes things happen and we get triggered and we act by default. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to set clear intentions to how you will react and proceed to things, and in a different way that you would normally react. And when that thing happens, use your clear intention that you have set it. Go back and be like, wait, my clear intention was blah blah blah. So I'm going to take a step back, take a deep breath, and I'm going to, instead of react as always in a reactive way, in an unconscious way, I'm going to step back and put my intentions to practice. Back to reading the card. Yeah. Now we are up to the teaching. Okay. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with harsh comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. That could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. So please, 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 my beautiful souls, watch yourselves, watch your temper, watch the way you word what comes out of your mouth. I've been doing that for myself lately. I've been really setting clear intentions to be aware of what comes out of my mouth. Because sometimes we are just reactive. We just react to things without thinking, and we end up doing more harm than good. So before you say anything, before you act upon anything, just take a step back and think beforehand. If I do this and this and that, what will be the impact of it? Will it actually serve anyone will it actually do anyone any good? Or will it actually be making things worse? And you need to include yourself on that question as well. Will that be making things worse for you as well? Because most of the time when we act out of anger in the midst of that moment when emotions arise, we usually say what we want to say. We are reactive, we are explosive, and it feels good in that moment, to just say as we think. But then when you think back, you go, that hasn't actually done anyone much good, it just made things worse. So sometimes it's best for us to just not say anything, okay, and just give ourselves time to cool down. That was a message that came through as well. I hope you this is making sense and resonating with you, in the sense that you are taking these advices lightly, and not as a as if you were being attacked, or I can't think of the word right now, or judged too harshly. Like, the point of this is just to give you advice on how to best go through the situation that you are experiencing at the moment. I was actually going to leave it at that for tarot cards, but I will be getting another oracles. But I just felt cool to get another card from the Monology deck. So please, Spirit, come through, and then after that we'll move on to tarot. Okay, we got a card. Guys, this is not bad at all, okay? Don't feel like a little child being in trouble, that's not it at all. But Spirit's really coming through here to, like, spill the tea on you. Like, it's really being honest with you. And please appreciate that, because although it seems like we are being personally attacked, because I've been there where I've gotten all these cards and I was like, oh, that's not what I wanted or was expecting to hear. I feel like a little kid being that's having a talk to by their parents or something. But just try to see the gain in this for you, okay? Oh gosh, I'm like fixing the cards and they look so good to me in person, like all straight, but they look crooked on the camera, so I need to actually make them crooked on the table so that they look nice to you on the video. Anyway, this other card says, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Let's read the meaning for that one too. Just as soon as I find the book, which I had in my hand about 2 seconds ago. I don't know what I've done with it. Found it. Okay, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? It is the question. Is the question you are asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy, it's all about the heart. Thinking of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the hush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. I'm gonna read this again. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greatest good are the solution for this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of other people around you. This will help all your relationships. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed, work some magic. A friendship may be ending now. The teaching. When the full moon comes into Leo, it can be a wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show the world their talents and assets. That's the upside of the lunation and of this card, no matter when you pull it. However, take note that the Leo full moon combination creates a sort of tension between your needs and the needs of people in your networks. Leo full moon is a time to release pride. Okay, my beautiful power number one. I really feel like you might be having a difficult time with other people in your life. Like, to deal with other people and their thoughts and what they think. For instance, in the Freedom card, it mentions that you need to free yourself from the expectations of others and what others think of you. Because we read this like right at the beginning of your reading, I just felt so cold to bring that book back out and read that message again. So here it is. The Time Traveler's message. You are being called to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not allow yourself to be trapped by convention or by the expectations of others. Break free from anyone or anything that imprisons or restricts you. Support others in their journey to freedom. Fling your arms to the heavens. What feathers your mind, body, and soul? If you have a relationship or career or lifestyle that constricts you, it is time to consider some changes. You can't always choose your life circumstances, but you can choose your response to those events and how you define them. Select meaning that empower you. You can choose to feel unrestrained and free, no matter what is happening. You can decide to experience freedom even in limiting situations. So yes, my beautiful power number one, I feel like you've been having a difficult time separating yourself from others, separating other people's thoughts from your own, and other people's expectations from what you actually want for yourself. That's why there is this need for meditation, so that you can go within and just establish yourself a little more into, maybe you've been really busy lately and you just haven't had much time for yourself. So you need to go within. You need to meditate, to listen, to reconnect with your intuition and see what it has to tell you, what it has to say. Because in this fast-paced modern world of ours, with internet and social media, it is very hard to actually take time for ourselves and to think of ourselves and what we want truly from the bottom of our hearts and soul. That's why that card was prompting you, fleet your arms to the heavens, I don't remember the exact words, but it was asking what brings joy to your heart, what brings joy to your soul, what brings joy to your life. These are the things you need to pay attention to. These are the things that matter to you, not what other people think, not what other people say. And I feel like in a way you have been experiencing a lot of conflict with others in your life. That's why it says that a fiery climax is approaching, because I feel like you have had enough. And in a way, I feel like these cards are also asking you to look at yourself and go deep within yourself, so that you can realize what type of thoughts and patterns actually contribute to these types of situations to happen again and again in your life. Because we also need to take responsibility for every single thing that happens to us, because we are creating our realities constantly. In some unconscious level, we attract everything that happens to us. But once we identify these things and we work through our negative thoughts and negative patterns and negative beliefs, we are able to change our perspectives of things and that reflects on our outwardly reality. So when these people come to you with their talk of what they expect and what they think, you will be, by you changing the way you react to them, that will change the whole outcome of the situation without you having to change anyone else, or without you having to make anyone else see things from your perspective and your point of view. You will actually just be able to change the final outcome by changing the way you react to it, if you know what I mean. So you have always reacted to something in the same way to this, Spirit's asking you to go within, find the key to your own personal freedom, to where no matter what other people do or say to you, it won't affect you, because you know who you are, you know where you're going. One thing that just came to mind as I was saying all of this and looking at this card gives me a feeling of freedom. It's like this guy is standing here at the edge of this cliff, looking down at like this vast landscape, and like, look at how much abundance of possibilities there are ahead of him, and he's all alone up there. It's like he knows who he is, he knows what he wants, he knows where he's going, and most of all, he has unattached himself from all that does not serve him, so that way he's free to pursue the things that matter to his soul, the things that matter to his heart. And yeah, this card just really gives me a sense of freedom, in that sense of, it's like, it reminds me of the Fool card, in a sense. The Fool is in that freedom of like taking a leap, and being able to explore all these possibilities that are available to you, but not so much as the Fool, in a sense, in a way that the Fool is a bit immature and a bit, let me think of the word, naive, that's the word. But this person here has done the work, has gone within, has meditated, has accessed their intuition, which is literally the wisdom, the language in which your heart speaks. Intuition is the language of the heart, because our heart, like, it actually is proven by quantum physics that our hearts and our intuition, it communicates to us first than our thoughts, than our logical thoughts. Like, majority of people in this world think that our thoughts come first, but actually you intuitively feel things way before your intellectual brain kicks in. And there is oh my god, I just remembered, there is this documentary that I've watched on Gaia. It is called The Power of the Heart, and it is one of the best documentaries I've ever seen in my life. And it talks about intuition. It talks about literally the power of our hearts and our intuition, and it's honestly amazing. I highly recommend you to go and watch that documentary. So just put on Google The Power of the Heart documentary, and if you can watch it, please do so. That's going to help you immensely. Yes, so by doing that, you'll be able to listen to the whispers of your soul. Your connection to source, your connection to the divine. But you really need to start looking within yourself so that you don't let your pride get in the way. And I feel like in this case, your pride would be getting in the way by you only pointing fingers at others, thinking that, oh, this is that person's fault because they act like this and like that, and they do this and they do that, and you're not really looking at yourself and in what ways you contribute for this to happen, if that makes sense. And please guys, if the video resonates, please let me know down the description box below. It's just feedback for me, and it helps me to know that my messages are making sense and that I'm channeling them right and that people are actually getting value out of them. So now we are going to move on to tarot. And wow, all these cards already popped out. Don't know if you saw it, but they did, and I'm just gonna take them all. Oh my god. Like, this message is different, very different, but it has a lot of like some main points. The energy is very similar to some energies of last week's reading, also pile number 1. First tarot card we took for pile number 1 from last week's reading was the Three of Swords. So you either have gone through a very painful situation that has impacted you and taken you away from your own self, if you know what I mean. Like, you have disconnected with your higher self for a bit because you just were experiencing so much pain, or these conflicts with other people are causing you so much pain. But either way, the Three of Swords is a card of deep pain and sorrow. So I'm really sorry that you've been experiencing this, my beautiful pile number 1. Wow. In some ways I would love messages to just be rainbows and butterflies, but that's not how life works, that's not how spirit works, and that's not how growth and expansion works. We need to be able to take some self-criticism, and self-reflect and be better where we can be better. Okay, I'm just gonna have to place these on top of the others. So I'm just gonna look at all the cards because that's an interesting mix. We have the Three of Swords to start with, but then we have the Nine of Cups, which is a card of wish fulfillment. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Five of Wands. Okay, this is slowly starting to make more sense to me. I feel like this Three of Swords here, so whatever situation, person, or circumstances that has caused you pain has interfered with a wish of yours. You had this wish fulfillment, right? And I actually feel like, so the Suit of Cups talks about our emotions, right? And the Nine of Cups, it talks about wish fulfillment, like a person actually manifesting their heart desires into reality. What I'm getting here is we have the Three of Swords, a card of pain, the Nine of Cups, a card of wish fulfillment, tangible, like manifesting wishes into this reality, like things that really mean a lot to us in our hearts. And then we have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is assertive. She takes no BS, if you know what I mean. Look at her sword, you see how she's got it up, ready to cut a at any point, any given time. Like, and the swords cut through the lies, okay, through any deception, any lie, anything that ain't true and genuine. It gives us clarity. It aligns our mind back to center. And But the Queen of Swords, though, she can be very rational and lack emotional empathy. And I feel like let me just actually talk about the Five of Wands first, and then I'll talk about them as a whole. And the Five of Wands, it's, as you can see in the imagery, it's about conflict with other people. Wands are the suit of our passions and desires, and there seems to be a conflict in passions and desires going on here. So I just want to get a clarifying card for the Three of Swords, just to, because I see two scenarios here. I want to make sure, I want to ask Spirit so that I can have more clarity. Please, Spirit, what is the Three of Swords about? Please, Spirit, what is this Three of Swords about? Please, Spirit, come through and tell us, what is this Three of Swords all about? The King of Wands. Yes. Okay. So the King of Wands. First of all, the King is the more evolved, like matured, an experienced card of the the court cards. So I feel like something of great importance to you, a big passion of yours, has been something has happened. Okay, something has happened that has hurt you, and that has hurt your pride. And we literally have here, don't let pride get in your way. So something that you hold very dearly to your heart, something that means a lot to you, that you're actually very passionate about. Something has happened. I actually don't know exactly what. I haven't been given much clarity on that. But something has happened that is making you afraid of losing that. I feel like there's been a lot of conflict with people around you, trying to tell you what to do, how to be, and how to go about your life and your passions and your desires. And you have actually had enough, and you are standing your ground. You are cutting people off. You are like, straight to the point and you're being very assertive at this point in time. You have put your emotions aside, you have put your empathy aside, and you are acting from a more intellectual way. You are being more intellectual. But the Queen of Swords has great wisdom and clear judgment. It's just that it is a more logical, analytical based suit, And we had the card of meditation here saying that you need to access your intuition more. So I think that for fearing this heartbreak, if it has happened, or because of this heartbreak you've experienced, you are protecting your dreams and your wishes and your passions for dear life, and you are taking nothing from nobody. Like, you don't want to hear it, you don't want to know. You want people to keep their opinions to themselves, and you are protecting your point of view and your perspective with all that you have got. And you are kind of ready for battle in a way. Do you see how she's got her sword up here? And look at how serious she is. Like I said, she takes no BS. and she is just ready to put whoever needs, put anyone in their place. But I feel like a reactive energy from this card in this context, a very reactive energy from someone who has got their back up. So I feel like you are protecting something that you hold dearly to your heart, and that means a lot to you, because you are afraid that it's going to, other people are going to ruin it for you, or that it's going to cause you great pain, or it is causing you great pain to share that with others. I feel like you're feeling that other people are having constant goes at you, constant digs at you, and this is how you are about it. Like, you are ready to react. You are ready to, respond in a not very kind, mindful way. Just because you have had enough, you feel like you've been attacked and that others are not considering you, and you are on guard. And you seem to have been experiencing a lot of conflict around you. That's why the fiery climax. But I feel like, yes, I feel that too, like energetically, energetic wise, I feel like the tension is rising. You really have had enough. You are like this guy here sitting down with his like their arms closed, being like, okay. Because you see how he kind of looks like, he's just like, in this context, I feel like this could even be taken as a little smirk on his face, as in like, yeah, okay, you want to come at me? Come at me. I'm going to protect my heart and my dreams and my perspectives and point of view with all that I got, because that's the truth of my heart. And he gives me the idea, like, you ain't budging. You're not letting anyone in, because you are too afraid that letting people in will allow them to basically create chaos within you and your reality. And you're afraid that that's going to cause you great pain. Again, I'm a vessel for the messages coming through, right? Sometimes I feel really good about the messages that I'm bringing through, as in, it makes sense to me. I think you will resonate with people. But in other times, I'm like, will this even resonate with anyone? Like, again, some messages come more flowy and easily. Others are a little more challenging, and I feel like yours is more on the challenges side for me, in the sense that I'm even doubting myself, as if I'm doing a good job at channeling this message. So if it's resonating with you, please let me know in the comments. Again, it just helps me gauge my videos, and again, makes me really happy to know when it resonates with other people, because then I go, okay, I was just overthinking it, if you know what I mean. But let me see if we can get some advice from spirit to you. Yes, things are a bit tense for you at the moment, but again, I feel like you are not listening to your intuition. You are not connected to your heart at the moment, because maybe you are heartbroken, you are experiencing pain, or you have already experienced much pain. So you kind of shut down your heart, desires and dreams, and that more empathetic, less reactive, more recipient side of you that resides within you. and you have so much passion and love and excitement and creativity to express and to share with the world. But I feel like because of this heartbreak, you are guarding it. Like, you have tucked this away into, like, somewhere down within yourself where no one else has access to it. And I feel like you have taught yourself this reality, as in everyone that comes in close to you or wants to be a part of your life will bring difficulties and challenges and pain. So you don't even allow people to get too close. You kind of like get on guard, and it's like, I'm trying to think of the right word. You just like on guard because you see these people as in like a threat to you. So you stand on guard and you keep attracting the same people, the same situations, and the same vibes to you because you are so focused on that. You're putting so much focus on, I have to guard myself. I need to be on guard. I need to close myself off to others because this is what happens when I don't. You are doing that so much that you are actually creating that for yourself. Again, remember, whatever we put our attentions to, we manifest, we create, consciously or unconsciously. So please, Spirit, wow, this is a long reading. It's like it's been an hour. Please, Spirit, come through and give our beautiful pile number 1 a... Holy moly, so that's way too many cards. We are not taking that many, but I feel like taking this one. A advice regarding the situation. And look at that, we have the Queen of Wands, and that's a beautiful card to come out. You know why? Because here we have the King. These are counterparts, so that's also very special that they came out on the same video. But in the sense, I feel like Spirit is asking you to balance your masculine energy with your feminine energy, because they both go together, right? They both go together to work well. Too much of one or too much of the other, it's not good, throws us off balance. And I feel like now you are experiencing this heartbreak because you are stuck too much in your masculine energy. And the masculine energy is of logic, of rational thinking, of doing, of like strength in a way of like that being of rigid mind, you know. But I feel like you are like impersonating more of the shadow aspects of masculine energy at the moment, which is being stubborn, which is being a little selfish, which is being very disconnected from self and from your intuition and your heart, and consequently not being very empathetic, not being able to self-reflect and analyze on a deep level in order to be more sensitive and more loving towards yourself. Again, you feel like you need to be on guard. You need to be ready for a fight. But Spirit, with your advice here, is telling me you need to step into your feminine energy. Meditate, access your heart, access your intuition, be receptive, because male energy is action, is doing, it's going out there and getting it. Female energy, it's about receiving, it's about attracting, it's about manifesting. And this is the Suit of Wands, so that's highly related to your passions, what drives you, the spark of drive in your life, the things that give you that spark of motivation that brings you endless amounts of joy. The Queen of Wands, she's charismatic, she's magnetic, she's out she's outgoing, she loves people, she loves to socialize, she's receptive, and everyone loves her because she has this warm feeling to her, this confidence to her, this loving energy to her. People feel inspired in her presence. People feel creative in her presence. She brings out the best in others in the sense of sparking that feeling of excitement in others. And yes, Spirit's telling you, you need to meditate, you need to access your heart, you need to do some self-reflection so that you can handle these situations in a better way, in a different way than you have been doing lately out of fear. You need to change your perspectives because you are attracting these situations to yourself over and over again. You need to not let your pride get in your way because your pride's keeping you stuck in this repetitive cycle. Please, Spirit, one more card for advice for pile number 1 to complement the Queen of Wands. Please, Spirit, one more card as an advice for a beautiful pile number 1. And we have the Two of Swords. So with the Two of Swords here, you need to step into your feminine energy because this will help you make decisions and see things clearly. Because the Two of Swords is all about not wanting to make a decision because you don't want to look at the reality of things right now. And I feel like this is your higher self in a way, not your higher self, but I mean an aspect of you, in the sense that deep down you know that you need to look at yourself, you need to address yourself in the way you react to things, in the way you've been responding to things, and then you need to make a change. You need to do that for yourself. But you see how this person is blindfolded and she's got 2 swords. So the swords represent our logical minds, right? So it's like she doesn't want to look at her options. She doesn't want to look at the truth of the matter and make a decision. She's more comfortable putting a blindfold on because then she feels more comfortable to keep ignoring what must be addressed, if that makes sense. So you need to step into your feminine energy so that you can stop self-sabotaging. That's what I feel. I feel like this person is self-sabotaging because they know they need to make a decision. They know they can take the blindfold off and get action, do what it needs to be doing, but they choose to sit there blindfolded because that just gives them a sense of, not having to choose right now. And I'm just gonna get one last card for this from the Namaste deck, which is like one of my absolute favorites because I just feel like they are always very good cards for advice. This video is going to be so long. God help me. Please, Spirit, give a word of advice to our beautiful pile number 1. Please, Spirit, give a word of advice to our beautiful pile number 1. Please, Spirit. There we go. This is your card. Blessed tranquility. Your feelings are surfacing in order to be healed. See? Have faith and know that you are safe. Trust the current waves of emotion. Trust the current waves of emotion shall become a sea of tranquility full of love and blessings. See, so Spirit, it's reaffirming to you that all this emotion, all this climax is approaching because it needs to be healed. So all of these unpleasant feelings and all this tension, it's coming up because it needs to be healed, right? And there's no other way. You can't just keep turning, like turning away from it and pretending that it's not there. You can't keep turning a blind eye to it. You need to look at things and address them within you first, because then that will reflect on the outside and the world around you and the people around you and the situations around you. But this is a confirmation, okay, from Spirit, that a lot of tranquility and calm and peace will come. You just need to go deep within, meditate, accept the phase that you are going through, and let the emotions come to surface. Let yourself be uncomfortable for as long as it's needed, because this is coming up so that you can heal those parts of you that are wounded and that are, trapped in pain. And as I said that, I saw here the word happy. A lot of happiness is coming to you, okay? You just need to go through this. You need to do the work. But that's, you're going to catalyze this. You're going to, do the alchemy. You're going to transform all this pain and sadness into pure happiness. Okay, my beautiful part number one. I'm not going to lie. This reading has been a little challenging for me, and I just hope it resonates with someone and that it actually helps somebody. So if this message resonates with you and if it has helped you in any way, shape or form, please let me know down below. I'll be very, very grateful for it. And as always, it was a pleasure to have you. Thank you for all your precious time. If you enjoy the vibe of this channel and you would like to see more videos like this and be a part of our beautiful community, I invite you to subscribe. And thank you so much. Have a lovely one. I hope to see you here next time. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful part number 2. If you have chosen the Love Essential Oil and the Focus Shaolin Temple China, this is your reading. Pile number 1's reading was huge. And I read these intuitively, so it takes as long as it takes. It's just going to be a very long video on YouTube, but that's fine. Let's get into your reading, because that's what matters now. So this is your card, Silent Temple China. Because this is a brand new deck, I will be reading this out of the book. But you also chose the Love Essential Oil, and that's fresh linen fragrance. And how funny, I have this playlist of relaxing frequency music playing, and I feel like the one that just started now really goes well with this China vibe. And honestly, I'm not picking them, it's just playing randomly, so I feel like it fits perfectly with the vibes of your card. If you can hear it on the background, I'm just gonna smell this to get in the energy of your reading. And it is a very nice smell of clean, fresh linen. It just makes you feel nice and cozy and tucked into a nice, comfy, fluffy bed. Brings that a feeling of tranquility. of like feeling light. Anyway, it smells really good. I wish you could smell through the camera. I really wish you could. What a shame it ain't possible. Anyway, my beautiful pile number 1. Let me get the book and we will read the meaning of your card. So your card is number 15, Focus. Messages from Shaolin Temple, China. We arrive in China around 500 CE. Within the walls of a silent Buddhist temple at the foot of a Wuru Peak in the sacred Songham Mountain, the energy here is rarefied and pristine. We watch the monks in the open air courtyard as they do their martial art. Oh my god, sorry guys. Martial art forms. It looks like they are dancing. We are impressed with their flexibility, strength, and focused intent. Buddhism is a peaceful religion with an emphasis on non-violence violence and veganism. Yet it is also acknowledged that there are times in life to defend yourself and others. One of the monks sits beside us and tells us that the Shaolin style is one of the oldest and most revered methods of Kung Fu. He says it is more than just a martial art. It is a spiritual pursuit. It was developed by his patriarch Buddhism. Sorry guys again for my pronunciations. I really hope you can get past that. Who spent 9 years meditating in a cave. He points to the mountain to show us where the cave was. We are both in our way as we watch. This type of martial art seems always mystical in the focused, rapid speed and grace with which a practitioner can disarm an opponent. The time traveler's message. This card is reminding you to focus on what is worthwhile and splendid. Let go of everything else. The secret behind true manifestation is disciplined focus. What you direct your attention toward is what you create. When you direct your thoughts toward good, you are more likely to attract positive experiences to your life. Even if there are times when it seems that your focus isn't working, things are germinating beneath the surface of your life. If you find yourself feeling scattered, choose one thing and direct all your attention on it. Diminish activities that distract you. They dilute your energy and inner power. Concentrate on what you desire rather than on what you don't want. If you stay focused on one goal, it's just a matter of time until miracles occur in your life. How amazing is this card? Pile number 1. I loved it. Sorry, I just called you pile number 1. But pile number 2. Actually, pile number 1 was about, I just see 12:12 on the clock as I am talking to you right now. So I'm just gonna look up the meaning of that. But anyway, I thought of pile number 1 because in pile number 1 it seems like they were stuck in this frame of mind where they needed to go within and make the necessary changes. And I mentioned about how our focus in our mind creates a reality and how we are manifesting things all the time and how we need to be discerning with our thoughts and with what and who and when and what we put our attention into. Basically, we need to be diligent with what we put our attention into. 1212 meaning, angel number meaning. One of these special numbers is 1212. Sorry, that's not the power we want. I'm just reading it out of Google, So let me just pause for a second and find the right one and I'll be back. Okay, got what I need. The 1212 angel number is a powerful message from the universe, conveying secret messages about new beginnings, balance, trust in timing, spiritual growth, life, hints, embracing the journey, self-reflection, and inner voice. So that's just a nice additional message Spirit wanted to bring you, because I literally saw 1212 on the clock. And I am all about mirror numbers. If you see them, I strongly believe it's the universe communicating with you. Okay, pile number 2. We're going to take some more oracle cards for your reading. Okay, pile 2. This is the Secret Language of Light oracle. And just a reminder that if you like any of the oracles here, and you would like to know their names, see what they look like, I link them down in the description box down below. And if you buy through those links, you're actually supporting me, because those are Amazon affiliate links, but only if you want, to actually get one. Just letting you know that if you opt to buy through the link, you are supporting me, and I'm very grateful. Let's get into your reading. Please, Spirit, what does pile number 2 need to know right now? What message have you got for our beautiful pile number 2? Please, Spirit, come through and tell us, what is it that you would like to bring to piles number 2 attention? What message have you got for our beautiful pile number 2, Spirit? Okay, healing. We have healing. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get some more oracles, and then I'm going to get into your reading afterwards. But now we are going to get Moonology cards. This deck is called Moonology Oracle. Please, Spirit, come through and let us know what our beautiful pile number 2 needs to know right now at this point in time in their life. Please, Spirit, come through and let us know what our beautiful pile number 2 needs to know at this point in time in their life. Okay, I feel like grabbing the 3 of them. Not going to lie, didn't want to get that many, but I feel intuitively that those 3 are for you. Your dreams need a practical plan. Oh my god, like the synchronicities, I just cannot with them. Honestly, what was it saying? This card was saying focus. It was saying that you create your reality and manifest everything within your reality, including your dreams, through focused intention, and that you need to have focused intention, because you need to focus your time towards the things that you want to manifest and that you want to bring to creation and fruition in this life. If you focus on the bad things, you will manifest bad things. So you need to focus on what you actually want, not what you don't want, and in order to bring your dreams to reality, manifest your dreams. And in this card it says your dreams need a practical plan. So this is all about setting intentions, and that means for you to set the intentions to think positively, to guard your thoughts. And if you catch yourself thinking something negative, something that ain't positive, that doesn't serve your cause, that won't do any good, you need to stop yourself in your tracks, and you need to make effort to follow your the plan that you have set out, which is to make effort to focus on what matters to you and what you want and not what you don't want. It is time to release negativity. Yes, you need to release negativity and negative thoughts that keep repeating in your head. For instance, you don't think to yourself, like, if you think, let me think of an example. You think, I don't want my car to break down. I don't want my car to break down. My car cannot break down right now. Like, I cannot, like, you most likely are manifesting that your car will break down, because the universe works in the sense of frequencies and energies, and if you are worrying about that, you realistically are putting those energies out there into the universe. That's what you are. That's the energy waves you're sending to the universe. If you don't want your car to break down, all you need to think is, my car, it's not going to break down. No, actually, no, that doesn't even work. That's putting, that energy of not wanting something back. You actually just need to rest assured that that ain't gonna happen. You don't want your car to break down, so what do you actually want? I want to use my car to go to traveling, to this place, which will be a 4-hour drive from here. Like, you think about the 4-hour drive you're going to do, like, you do whatever it takes. Sorry, I don't know if that was a good example or not, but you do whatever it takes for you to take your mind off what you don't want and actually focus on what you want. Give what you want energy, not what you don't want. You are good enough. Saying this card comes as confirmation that you are good enough, because I guess whenever we keep thinking of the worst case scenarios over and over again, and we end up manifesting them, is because in some level, shape or form, we don't feel worthy of what we desire. We don't feel like we are enough. So even though we desire things, we can, like, instead of imagining them happening to us and consequently manifesting them into our realities, we end up thinking of all the things we don't want instead. Oh, I don't want this, I don't want that, and we keep playing that in our minds, and we feed that energy. We give it power instead of just thinking on what we want, imagining what we want. You need to release all the energies that make you feel like you're not enough, so that you can actually start to feed the positive thoughts and imagine all that you want to come into fruition without censoring it with what ifs and bad outcomes. I hope this is making sense. Wow, too sorry, I'm actually really tired. I wasn't before, but I didn't realize that this video would end up being so long. But I love doing the videos, and I am doing it with all my heart. I just hope that my brain is not that slow to the point where you will make the message no good. I hope it's good and that it resonates. So please let me know down below in the comments if it's resonating, if you're getting any value from it. We are going to move on to tarot now. See if Spirit has anything to complement. Actually, before we do so, I want to read the meaning for this card. So, card number 5. Oh Lord. Healing. Be illuminated by love and truth. Right now, healing is taking place to support your understanding of the gift in your experiences. Weird or difficult circumstances can often be a fast-track path to your desires Until we recognize subtle imbalances, the best way to clean up outdated beliefs is to have our buttons pushed. Buttons are created by continued attention to unbalanced thoughts. See? Buttons are created by continued attention to unbalanced thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. And it was telling you to please have focused attention towards the things you want and not towards unbalanced thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. You know what I mean? That doesn't serve us. The more you focus on this, the more you create the same thing. Every time we are reminded of or talk about a hurt, it pushes a button and reopens a wound that we are yet to heal. Wounds are created by mental, spiritual, or physical trauma. Poking at them will prolong the healing process. Leave them alone. Beep, so balance can be restored and wholeness can return. Inspired action. How funny. Focus action, inspired action. Your dreams need a practical plan, which is all about you actually sitting down and making plans that have focus towards a certain outcome and not veering off that road for nothing, for not a thing. Anyway, inspired action for healing may include seeing a therapist, consulting a medical professional, or spending time in the ocean. Focusing on what you love is also healing. Okay, so I got it now. But anyway, let's keep reading this and I'll come back to it. Focusing on what you love is also healing. Always perfect in every moment, even if you can't see it at all time. These are like meditations that it prompts you to do. So feel free to take a screenshot. I won't read it because it's a bit long, but I highly recommend you to do this. Say soul mastery class. See things as they are, so healing can begin. So please take a screenshot of this and do it. Okay, do it. And I also want to show you the journal work. So yes, I'm just gonna read that one. Write down or draw anything you need to forgive yourself for. Then add how your life would change if you would forgive yourself. Do the healing so you can live your life and fulfill your purpose. It is the time to set yourself free so you can move forward and inspire others to be free. So here it says, focusing on what you love is also healing. So I feel like you are in need of healing. You are good enough for some reason. You have negative beliefs installed within you that makes you feel like you are not enough. Okay, for some reason, it makes you feel like you're not enough. As in, you need to be more. Or there is something wrong with you, or you lack something, but you don't. You are more than enough. You are perfect as you are. In the sense that we all need to grow, we all need to learn, we always have space for growth and to better ourselves. I'm not saying that you're perfect as in like you don't need to ever change anything about yourself. No, like being humans, it's a constant it's like constantly learning and growing and evolving and changing. If we want to achieve or be our best versions, we need to keep on changing and striving for growth. But you are more than enough. You are a beautiful human. You have so much to share with this world. You have so much value. And you need to release the negative thoughts that tells you otherwise. And you can achieve that by having focus in what you think. You need to have focus action on focus intention on stop feeding these negative thoughts, negative beliefs. You need to stop self-sabotaging, and for that you actually need to put time and focus into blocking out these thoughts, and taking actions that will install new, better, healthier ones that will help you achieve your goals and your dreams and live a happier, lighter life without being so hard on yourself. But Spirit's calling yourself to do the healing work. You need to do your healing work. The only way you're going to be able to get rid of these negative thoughts and beliefs and truly step into your power and feel and see yourself as enough is by doing the healing, is by embarking on the healing journey. Spirit's telling you need to go down the healing path. And for that, you need a practical plan. I'm actually going to read this card for you, okay, to give you a better idea of what it means to have a practical plan in practice towards these things. So we have, your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want. Again, double confirmation. Oh my god. It just blows my mind away every time, even though I know this is exactly how Spirit works, and that's why I do these readings, and that's why I love it. Like the synchronicities, like it's just perfect every time. Like there really is a higher force, a higher power, higher knowledge, higher consciousness that comes through, to guide us. And I love it. I can never get enough of it. But anyway, back to this. You need to use the law of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps toward your goals. Yes. So I feel like this card complements this one in the sense of you need focused action, you need focused intention actually. This card talks about focused intention, and this card comes to complement it in the sense of the intention alone. It's not enough, right? The intention alone, it's not the whole process. You need to follow it up with practical plans, and you actually need to put those plans into action. You need to take steps towards what you want. Sorry, so I'm going to start this again because I've paused again, so it makes sense. I'm going to read from the start. You need to use the law of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It is about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you are asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortune depending on both your past actions and what you are expecting and therefore attracting. Tune to the moon. Write down 10 things that you know you are wonderful. Write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. Again, you are enough. You are enough. This will remind you, will help to remind you that you are more than enough. Additional meaning for this card: laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. More exercise is called for. For instance, I was thinking as I was reading this card, you need to have intentions, you need to have focus, you need to make a plan. For instance, I've been wanting to have a tarot YouTube video for such a long time, but I never went and did it, right? It was just a wish. I never actually took down to earth steps to make it happen. And then one day I just decided. I stopped thinking, I stopped procrastinating, I stopped trying to make it all perfect. I just started it, and it's unfolding. And again, it says your dreams need a practical plan. This is a dream of mine, right? What is my practical plan? Every week I have committed to myself that I am going to post a video. Minimum one video a week. One video a week. That's what I'm doing, and no matter what happens, I'm going to stick to that. Because in order to achieve my dreams, I need to create practical, down-to-earth plans that I need to follow. I need to commit to. And right now it's 12:35 on a Friday. I've worked all week. I am so tired. But this weekend I actually made plans with a friend that I haven't seen in a very long time. And she just bought her house. Her first home. And I haven't been there yet. And I need to go. I need to make that effort with my friends. So the only time this weekend, the only time I actually have to record my videos for YouTube are on the weekend. And I won't have time to do that Saturday or Sunday. So here I am at 12 p.m. on a Friday, very tired from my previous, from my working week. But I'm doing this because it means the world to me, and because it's a dream of mine that I want to make. I want to make it happen. So I'm sticking to my plan, even though it may be a bit of a sacrifice in the sense of, in my case, I am very tired, but this is the only time I have to do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick to it. And that's just an example. I hope it makes sense and you can see where I was going with it. But so you need to think of your plans, of your dreams, of what brings you joy, of what you would like to manifest, and put all else aside of the list of I don't want things. Put them aside. Stop thinking about what you don't want. That doesn't serve you. It doesn't help you in any way. Get your precious time and focus and energy and put them towards the things you want. And create a plan, a practical plan to make those things happen and to bring them into this 3D reality. And once you do make those plans, stick to them. Stick to them. No matter what happens. That is your commitment with yourself and with your higher self. Back to this. The full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth, to get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between being passive and being overly intense. Money issues may come to a head at the time of a full moon in Taurus, but you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow no matter when you draw it. Okay, that's just an additional message of caution spirits bring to you. I wasn't going to read them all, but since we already read that one, I think it might be very helpful for you if I read the other two. And these aren't too long anyway. I have a oracle deck which the description of the cards are 3 pages long back to front, and the book is actually this big, so obviously that's what I mean. This is short, it's doable. Some of them, if I were to read them all, we would be here for God knows how long. So this one says, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself, it's pointless. It is time to release any negativity you have around the situation you are asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it is time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It is time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air. When you pull this card, it is that this card. If that's the case, oh, sorry guys, let me start that again. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel it's toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. Desired result. Attune to the moon and mute. It is all better out than in. Emote. It is all better out than in. Additional meaning for this card. It is time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You are right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. The end of an argument. Just one thing I wanted to add. It says it is time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. I just wanted to mention that fear, it's negative beliefs and thoughts and self-sabotage, things that keep us stuck and keep us from achieving our highest potential and from being fulfilled, and keep us from bringing our dreams to reality. Our fear-based. Fear is the core of all of those things.
Charge.
And happiness is the core of being aligned to our higher selves. So it's saying that it's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. And you will achieve that by, again, focusing on joy other than fears and releasing negative beliefs and recognizing that you are enough and sticking to your plan in order to achieve the happiness that you wish for and that you desire and that you deserve. Now, the teaching. The full moon in Scorpio has its sting in its tail. It can be herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time when we want to be good, but we are naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when your dark side and your shadow self may be showing, the full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you were thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it. How you got all full moons, they bring emotions up. Like water represents our emotions, right? And the full moon influence tides all around the world. It brings tides up, so it is known as well for bringing all of our emotions to the surface. And all of your cards are full moon cards, so I feel like you are going through a very emotionally intense period. You really need to find that balance. You really need to separate both your good thoughts and your negative thoughts, and you need to start again having focus and you need to have focus and direct intention into which one of those you are going to direct your energies and attention to. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. It is time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-affecting? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flesh, just quite certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to be honest. Honestly answering this question: have you been too picky? The feminine Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard working brings results. Attune to the moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your life daily in your daily life. Additional meanings for this card: worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Again, back to the concepts of this card. All that you focus on will amplify. So you want to focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. Here he says, stop second guessing yourself. So I think that's, some of your negative beliefs, majority of them, to be honest, per se, are there. You are not good enough, and you think that you are not capable of having discipline and to focus and make plans and make it happen. But you most certainly do. Spirit is telling you that you do. It's coming through to assure you that you do have all that it takes. And it's telling you that first step, you need to heal. Because past wounds, past traumas are the things that are keeping you attached to these negative thoughts. So the first step for you in all of this, it's healing. Is letting all these emotions, all these heavy, intense emotions come through. It won't be pleasant, it won't be nice, but just trust the process. Just sit with it. Because once you get through it, you will be transformed. And you will be healed. Healing, it's a hard thing, it's a tricky thing. Because it is so hard to go through the motions. It is so painful. It is so uncomfortable. It is so unsettling. But once you make it out to the other side of healing, it is a whole brand new world full of possibilities, and you are just you literally, you get reborn from the ashes. And it's funny because as soon as I was going to say that, I realized that, there are wings here. And that kind of looks like, could be a phoenix, I was going to say, you are reborn from the ashes, just like a phoenix. And we access beautiful, beautiful versions of ourselves that we could never dream of once you go into the, most difficult point, periods in our lives. The work, it's hard, but it's worth every second of it. The healing journey work. Anyway, let's finish reading this card. So now we're up to the teachings. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It is time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It is also the time to clear out your energies via salt baths or meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it is a reminder that any time it is a good time to start living a healthier life. So let's just get some tarot to see if, not to see if, to complement your reading. So please, Spirit, come through and complement pile number 2's reading for me, please, Spirit. Complement their message. Give me a better understanding of the situation at play here, Spirit. Just want to look at that. Yep. Just saw the Chariot and the Hermit, and I think that makes a lot of sense with your reading. The Chariot is a card of victory, and the Hermit is a card of going within oneself to gain new perspectives, new profound perspectives. It's rediscovering, self-rediscovering from a period of being disheartened and sad. And anyway, just told them, and I thought I would mention, but here we go. Please, Spirit, could you compliment pile number 2's reading for us, please? Holy molens. That was a lot of cards that just jumped out. But we have the Page of Cups, please, Spirit, come through and compliment pile number 2's reading. Oh. The Page of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. Yes. I just want to ask for a clarifier for the Page of Cups so that I can get a better understanding. These two make a lot of sense to me. I just want to clarify the Page of Cups. Please, Spirit, clarify the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here? Please, Spirit, could you please... Okay, we got 2 cards. Okay, so, yeah. Yes. The Page of Cups, it's coming out to represent you embarking on this new journey of accessing your feelings of self-love and just going deep within yourself after a while, or even for the first time, honestly. To start looking at yourself through the lenses of good enough, so that you can progress to the Queen and then the King, which have 2 different energies. But the King is the most matured out of the quote cards. And, again, just masculine, Queen, feminine energy, King, masculine energy, just 2 different energies that complement each other. But the Page is the youngest suit of the court cards, which indicates a level of naivety, of not being so matured, of learning things as you go, as embarking on a new journey. Oh, sorry, I just realized now that the cards are being cut. I'm just going to put that there, and that one there. But I feel like you have just initiated this. I feel like this is your healing journey. I don't think you have gone through a healing journey. I don't think you have surrendered yourself to a healing journey. Really, just yet. And you are about to. And the Page of Cups indicates how new and fresh you are to all of this. But you're willing, to give it your all. Do you see how he looks young and just a bit naive with what could come out of the journey he's embarking on. Pages also indicate messengers. They were messengers back in the day, So it's like you will embark on this journey of healing. And you will gain new perspectives from it. You will gain clarity of thought, and you are going to access so much joy. You are going to experience so much joy within yourself and others. You're going to start manifesting the things that you want into your life. You are going to have many things to celebrate, Because right now you feel defeated by your thoughts. You feel defeated by your negative thoughts. They actually have crushed you down. Just like in this image here. Like the swords, they represent thoughts. So with the Ten of Swords, you just think of someone that is absolutely overwhelmed by their own thoughts. Like to the point of defeat. But the tens also indicate the end of a cycle because it has reached its full, like, its full, not potential, but you know what I mean? It has reached its, like, higher peak. So once you get to this point, it is very hard, it is very overwhelming, but one thing is for certain, it is coming to an end. You are feeling all those emotions, you are feeling overwhelmed because it's all too much to bear, but it has come to its maximum force, and it must be released. And again, you have all this full moon. Like I said, it can be a lot. So I feel like you are very overwhelmed at the moment. But this is what's going to drive you into starting your healing journey. And the Three of Wands, it's about taking action towards a new outcome, to something new. Wands are related to our passions, and the Three of Wands, it's about analyzing what we already have got and, sitting with what we already have got. But we start to explore the horizons. We start looking at where can we go. Actually, the Two of Wands, it's when you start to analyze and look where can I go from here. But the Three of Wands, how amazing. I just realized how that really ties up nicely with your reading, because the Three of Wands is about taking steps towards what you have decided that you want. So it is about the Two of Wands is about making plans, and the Three of Wands is about taking actions on those plans. And here you have, saying that you need a practical plan, and here I see that you will be actually taking action towards those plans. And I'm just gonna get one more card because I want to ask Spirit, where is this path leading you? Where is this healing journey and path? And you falling through your plans, like, where is it going to take you? Please, Spirit, clarify the Three of Wands for me. Give us a snippet of what's to come. What is this person here looking at? Where are they heading? Please, Spirit. I'm gonna take this too. And I had seen the Hermit, remember how I mentioned? But this is amazing. This is amazing, because you're gonna go from a Page of Cups, which is in the realms of emotion, so initiating your healing journey. You are going to go from a Page of Cups into gaining clarity, into experiencing more joy, more happiness in your life, and sharing the happiness and joy with others. You are going to overcome this mental drainage, this period of heavy mental negative energies weighing you down. You're going to overcome that. You're going to pick yourself up, and you're going to start looking on it's ahead. You're going to start working towards what you want, and you are going to start focusing on what is ahead of you and what is to come, and you're going to leave the past in the past, and you are going to look forward into your desired outcomes, the positive ones. You're going to look towards what you want, and you're going to avoid the things you don't want. And with that, we have the Page of Pentacles. So you are going to start manifesting and bringing into fruition into the 3D. All that you want, you're going to start manifesting your dreams and desires. Like, it's not going to be a thought anymore. It's not going to be a feeling anymore. It's not going to be a spark of passion within. You are going to actually start bringing it. You're going to start manifesting it into the 3D. We have the Hermit, and again, the Hermit is a representation of us going deep, deep, deep within ourselves and getting to have a, significantly long period of self-reflection and of transformation. And it's where we resignify ourselves and our whole entire being. And it's like you are going to start manifesting things, and you're going to look back into the journey that has led you there. And you are going to deeply reflect on that, and you are going to gain so much knowledge and clarity. You already are going to throughout the whole way. But once you start manifesting, you're actually going to have time, and you're just going to, feel cold to look back and think at all that has happened. And you are going to be able to observe so much more knowledge from it, even more than what you already acquired throughout the steps. I hope that makes sense. File number 2. Sometimes I'm saying things and I wonder if you guys know what I mean about it. I hope you do. But as always, I love my Namaste divination cards. I love them so much. I think they are really nice for advice or for comforting to closing up readings. So please, Spirit, come through. There we go. Didn't even have to finish the sentence. This is your card. A blessed idea. We have the Ace of Swords. That's amazing. This is about new ideas. An idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring the idea to life. This reading is really emphasizing action. The need for action. Anyway, you must act to bring your ideas to life. And here it's showing us that you will indeed act. The 3 of Wands is all about action towards our passions, towards what we desire. The time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. Spirit wants you to have faith in yourself, wants you to know that you are more than enough, and then you have got everything that you need to prosper, to heal yourself, to gain new perspectives, to live a life full of joy, share joy with others around you. You will overcome these challenges. You will stick to your plans. You have great plans ahead, and you are going to stick to them. You're going to bring them to manifestation, and you're going to gain so much wisdom from it all. And it's all starting now in a very innocent, not from a very matured place of knowing of what to expect. You are actually just starting out as a page here, but you're gonna come a long way. From a page you're gonna get to an energy of the Hermit, which is it's life transforming energy, because this is a major arcana. But yes, I am so happy for you, my pile number 2. If you made it to here, thank you so much. I appreciate your time and you being on this channel so very much. I hope this video has helped you. If it resonated with you, please do let me know down below in the comments, because sometimes I wonder if I make myself clear, if my messages are making sense. And obviously, all that I care about is that it will actually be of value to you guys. So if you watch, if it resonates, if it helps, if you could please just let me know in the comments, or like, you don't even have to write anything, just leave a love heart or something, just so I know that this video has been of value to you. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much, my lovely. Pile number 2, and I hope to have you on this channel more often, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a lovely one. Just before we go, actually, love, self-love. You are going to acquire so much self-love, and from that you're going to bring all your desires, wish and dreams into manifestation. I'm gonna actually spell this again, it's so good. Bye bye, lovely my lovely power number 2. Till next time. Hello my beautiful power number 3. If you have chosen the essential oil Relax and Growth, the Amazon rainforest, this is your reading. I want to let you know that this essential oil is lavender. It's called Lavender Fields. So it's got the smell of lavender. I'm actually going to smell it. It is so nice. Wow, I've been doing this for all 3 piles, and I feel like it sets the mood for the reading that's to come. Like, you know how essential oils, like, they have a impact on your nervous system and how it makes you feel. And I feel like just like the smell of them and the feeling they give, it's actually pretty accurate with the vibe and the feeling of the readings and the energies that I've been channeling. So yes, you might want to go get yourself some lavender essential oils, and yeah, have it on you, you know, smell it. It will help you to relax. Since this is a brand new deck that I just got today, I will be reading the meaning out of the book. So let me just find the card in the book. I'll pause and I'll be back. We jump into the Amazon rainforest 1,000,000 years into the past. The air is warm, humid, heavy, with verdant essence of plants and animals. We jump into the Amazon rainforest 1,000,000 years into the past. The air is warm and humid, heady with a verdant essence of plants and animals around us. As we push our way through large moist leaves, we hear a cacophony of birds and animals echoing through the forest. We bask in the vigorous life force energy. The Amazon rainforest has unparalleled biodiversity, with the largest collection of living plants and animals in the world. Scientists will eventually catalog over 2 million insect species, 40,000 plant species, 2,000 different species of fish, and 1,200 different birds, and about 800 different species of amphibians and reptiles. The robustness of growth here is incredible. The time traveler's message. In order for a seed to sprout, it needs to cast off its tough outer layer. Once it does, it does that, it can begin its rapid growth. When you receive this card, it can indicate the need to cast off old beliefs and release the outwarded limiting notions about who you are. When you do this, your energy expands to step into your next cycle. You are being called upon to release dross from your past so that your energy can surge in ever winding circles. Be conscious about what you focus on, for what you place your attention on is what will expand in your life. Growth in your life can be mental, physical, or emotional expansion. Emotional expansion is all. Sorry, guys. Expansion in all areas is occurring. If you've been thinking about developing your business or expanding an enterprise, this is a good time to do it. If you've been considering embarking on a retreat or program of self-growth, starting therapy, or gaining supplemental education, this card is telling you to move forward. How amazing. I loved that, but that seems to be a underlining thing going on with all the piles now, in the sense of needing to release things, growth, yeah, they kind of like they are very different. Don't get me wrong, they are all very different, but they have been ringing a bell. In the sense that they have been very like focused on letting things behind, letting negative beliefs go, doing the work towards a breakthrough. They have had this kind of thing going on. But we are going to move on into other oracle cards now, and then lastly we are going to move on to tarot. But let's just ask a spirit. This is oh, I forgot the name. Let me have a look. This is the Secret Language of Light Oracle. I won't be saying the name. Well, I can, but if I forget to mention the name of any of the oracle decks, they are listed down in the description box down below. And if you decide to get one because you like the deck and you would like to have one, just be aware that if you use my link, you'll be supporting me because it's an affiliate link with Amazon, so I'll get a small promotion, but that would make me really happy to have your support. So just in case you want one of these decks, if you could use my link, that would be helping me. Just letting you know, but please, that's not something I expect at all. You just being here, watching this video and getting the message that is for you and that will help you, that's all that matters to me. That for me already is the big prize of it all. So please, Spirit, come through and tell us what is it that our beautiful pile number 3 needs to know right now. Let your light shine. The imagery on this card is very similar to one that came on pile number 1, but it's actually a different card. Oh, sorry. My camera is a bit crooked, I think. Because I'll line up the cards on the table and they look straight to me, but when I look on the camera, they are all crooked. So I'm sorry about that. I'll try my best to make them look nice and aligned. But yeah, you have let your light shine. We are going to be getting more oracle decks, oracle cards. I mean, we're going to get the Monology ones. Yeah, this one is called Monology Oracle. And there is like this one book I got that I wanted to do for all 3 piles, but I forgot to do it for pile 1 and number 2. Hopefully I don't forget to do it for you, but I mean, if I did, it's because at the end of the day that message wasn't meant to come through, because I truly believe that I am intuitively and divinely guided. So all the messages that are meant for you will come. Like these 2 cards that aggressively jumped out of the deck. They are definitely for you. Meant for you. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And that's interesting because in that Amazon card we talked about how for the seeds to sprout and grow into beautiful trees, they need to like come through the tough outer shell. So that gives me that sense of being a hard cycle, but you making through it, making your way through it, if that makes sense. A new start is coming. Yeah, that gives me that feeling too, You break through that hard outer shell, which is a difficult task at first, but then it is a new beginning. The seed, then starts to grow into a tree. So it is a completely new beginning. Only for you, my beautiful pile number 3. I'm feeling like getting in a specific deck that I did not use, neither for pile 1 or pile 2. But I'm feeling cold to get it for you, so I'm gonna pause the video, gonna go grab that deck, and I'll be back soon. Okay, I went and grabbed the deck, which is this one, the Spirit Junkie by Michaela Ezra. I hope I'm saying this right, but I don't actually know. And yeah, this is a special one just for you, pile number 3. Just intuitively felt like grabbing this one for you. Please, Spirit, what would you like our beautiful pile number 3 to know right now? Please, Spirit, what message have you got for our beautiful pile number 3 right now? This video is like nearly 3 hours long. Got 2 cards. I love the theme, the green theme we got, in like floristy theme we got going on here. I release my need to be right. I am the defenseless. Oh my god. Defenseless and at peace. I celebrate all the greatness in my life. Okay. Okay, let's read this card. Number 45 seems to be the last card of the deck. Be authentic. Today, embrace your uniqueness. Say to yourself, I am so pleased and honored to be me. Embrace the parts of you that may feel a little strange. They feel this way because you resist expressing the fullness of you. We can all feel a little odd or peculiar at times, longing to be like everyone else and just fit in. But Compromise breeds resentments. But compromise breeds resentment. Locking yourself into the presence of what others want will strangle your soul and split you into two. Accept yourself, set yourself free from judgment and what you perceive others. Just gonna read that again. Set yourself free from judgment and what you perceive others think about you. And what you perceive other things about you. Let your soul shine outward and inspire others to connect. Embrace and shine the truth. When we no longer need others to lean on to fill our perceived voids or to be different. Sorry guys, I was fiddling around with my headset because it had a weird noise coming through, so I'm sorry for that awkward long pause in between words just then. But I actually will read that again. We no longer need others to lean on to fill our perceived voids to be different. When we are aligned with our souls, we feel loved and satisfied. We no longer need others to lean on to fill our perceived voids or to be different to who they are. Instead, we want to be with others for the pure joy of it. Create new ways towards anything that is of interest to you. Can you feel relief wash over you? You are beautiful. That's a beautiful card. And sorry guys, I'm just experiencing some weird noise on my headset, but I think it's gonna. Anyway, these are meditations like that it gives you. It's like so masterclasses. So if you want to take a screenshot and do that, please feel free to do so now. Yes, but that's a beautiful card. My beautiful part number 3. Spirit's really encouraging you to be you. But I honestly see a theme that ran through all 3 piles of like touching bases of what other people think of you, being true to yourself, not worrying about others and what others think, and yes, in the sense of letting things behind, negative thoughts, negative beliefs. And that was kind of the same with last week's reading. Again, all readings very, very different from one another, but they all have the same main energies behind them. So now we're going to have a look at this full moon in Capricorn card. Some days I don't read many cards out of the books. Today I feel like reading a lot, pretty much them all actually. So I'll just do so. I just do as my intuition tells me. My intuition governs me. It tells me and I go along with it. So how hard are you willing to... okay, let me start that. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come ahead when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in a job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you are prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you are asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize more. Prioritize it more. Attune to the moon, release control and trust the universe. Additional messagings for this card. A professional project may be ending now. Admit it. Oh my god, sorry guys. I've been saying so many things wrong. I guess it's just because I'm tired as well. It is very late, but I do these readings because I honestly enjoy, so please don't think I'm complaining. I'm just saying that I am a bit tired. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private life. It is time to stop fearing the worst. The teaching. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you are asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve you as much as needed. Reminder to move through any feelings of hopeless you may have been feeling about your situation. Let me read that again. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopeless you may have been feeling about your situation, and this applies no matter when you draw this card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. Okay, and then we have new moon. I'll actually have to look for the on new moon card number 24. A new start, it's coming. There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It is totally possible and it is totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. This situation you are asking about is blessed and you are on the target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you are starting all over again in some way. Again, I feel like going back to that seed analogy that we had here on this card. You know, a seed, it breaks through those hard outings of, that it has in order to grow into a big, beautiful tree. And it is a full-on new beginning. And then here it says the message from the universe is that you are starting all over again. It's like from a seed to a tree. It's like starting all over again in the sense of like starting a whole new phase. But let's keep reading. The message from the universe is that you are starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course, or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you are moving into a new cycle. And literally, like from a seed to a tree, those are just two different cycles. It's like two different lifespans. If you know what I mean. The tree, like, it's a seed at first, and it's got a whole cycle for it to go through and become a tree. And that cycle comes and goes, and then it becomes a tree, and that's a whole new cycle. It's like a rebirth. Same thing with caterpillars. They are a caterpillar and they go into their little cocoon, and one day they are reborn as a butterfly. It is like a rebirth because it's a whole new phase. It's a whole new cycle. And our lives, they are made of cycles. If you pay attention, we are constantly going in and out of cycles repeatedly and never ending. That's just the cycle of life. Life, it's a huge, big fragments of cycles. But let's get back to the reading. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you are moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe this slate clean. If the situation you're asking about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. Attune to the moon. I'll see it when I believe it. Additional messagings for this card. A new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. You believe that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and violet time when the moon is invisible and a time of rebirth. It's a time that witches do the work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle. An intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other words. I'm sure some of you will know, but for those of you who don't know, new moons are great times for It's a great time for manifestation, just like it says here. To write down intentions and set intentions so they can come to fruition. I actually thought about that just the other day because it was a new moon and I was meant to check out in what sign it was, and I even thought of bringing it here to the channel, tie it up with the pick a card reading, but I just didn't have the chance to do it while it was the new moon, and it's gone now. But I'll think of bringing it in next time when I can align the dates. I'm sorry, this is very relaxing again. It's lavender, so I'm just just want to smell it again. And sorry, pile number 3. I paused the video and when I had to look back at this card and look at that, I'm just gonna read the whole thing again, okay? Just as a recap, as in the message of the card. In order for a seed to sprout, it needs to cast off its tough outer layer. Once it does that, it can begin its rapid growth. When you receive this card, it can indicate the need to cast off old beliefs and release outdated limiting notions about who you are. When you do this, your energy expands to step into your next cycle. We were talking about cycles in these cards. You are being called upon to release dross from your past, so that your energy can surge in ever-winding circles. We were talking about cycles just then. Be conscious about what you focus on, for whatever you place your attention on is what you will expend in your life. Growth in your life can be mental, physical, or emotional. Expansion in all areas is occurring. If you've been thinking about developing your business or expanding an enterprise, this is a good time to do it. If you've been considering embarking on a retreat or program of self-growth, starting therapy, or gaining supplemental education, this card is telling you to move forward. But how amazing is that? It just ties up very nicely. We were talking about a new beginning, needing to release things that do not serve you, serve your higher self. And here we have let your light shine. And the end of a tough cycle approaches, and we just said about the seed coming out of its tough outer layer. So it's like that first outer layer, that first phase. Okay, it's so you imagine the seed, right? It is it takes time and it's hard for it to push through and break out through the higher layer. That's the time, that's what takes the longest time. in its whole like processes and its cycles, because once it breaks through, its growth, it's really, really rapid. It just grows so fast, so quickly, because he has done all the hard work already and is already prepared for all the growth that is to come. So I feel like you've gone through a tough cycle. Like you have been going through something like a tough cycle that has been demanding a lot of you. And Spirit's coming to tell you, don't worry. That's about to end, and it's about to end for good, because you have done what you had to do in order to break through that tough outer layer. You are starting a new cycle, a completely new beginning. It's in store for you, and it's coming. It's here. It's pretty much here. It's happening. Like it will happen very soon, or it's just happening as we speak, but it is about to happen. And here we have, I celebrate all the greatness in my life. So you will be able to recognize this new beginning coming through, and you breaking out of this tough cycle and breaking out of this old cycle. You know what I just visualized? What I just saw, like I saw in my mind. It was a nice snake. It was like those ocean creatures, I don't know the name exactly, but you know how they come out of their skin. We'll use a snake, but that's not what I was thinking. Like anyway, just can't find the words to express myself. But a snake sheds its skin, right? So it's like you are going to shed that layer of you that has served you greatly in the past, for sure, but it doesn't serve you anymore. You don't need it anymore. And that there were a lot of lessons involved with that. So it was hard, it was tough. You were meant to learn, you were meant to grow, you were meant to find out through those experiences what you want and what you don't want in life, so that you can start a new chapter, a blank, like in a blank canvas, and paint it however you like it. And in order to make that worth, to make it to make this opportunity worth it, you actually need to know what you want and put the hard work towards it. And if you put the hard work towards something that you don't want, like, it's not a waste of time, because we are always learning from everything in our lives. But Spirit wants to give you this blank canvas now that you're ready to make the most of it. And it's been waiting for you to be ready, for you to break out of that outer layer and be ready to grow into your most into your fullest potential, really. Spirit wanted to see you make the most of who you are, and of your desires, and of your dreams, and of your potentials. But you really needed to go through everything you did, so that you could grab this new opportunity with a whole new mindset, and so that you can really make the most out of it. So I celebrate all the greatness in my life. That's you embarking on this new beginning, and that's how it's going to feel. It's going to feel fun, it's going to feel colorful. I'm just trying to pick the card up, and I just it's going to feel fun, it's going to feel colorful and bright and vibrant, and you are just going to celebrate every second of it, because I just feel so much joy and happiness. Speak up on so much joy and happiness. That's what you're going to be experiencing on this new beginning that's coming for you. And like it has been said in these cards, you need to let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. You need to let go. It says something here about letting go. Let me just have a look. in a sense. Let me just find what I mean. Here it is. It says, when you receive this card, it can indicate the need to cast off old beliefs and release outdated, limiting notions about who you are. When you do this, your energy will expand. And here is confirmation of that. I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. Because sometimes we hold on to, these outdated ways of thinking and negative beliefs and all the things that no longer serve us. We hold on to them, right? And that's when we hold on to them, we create a energy of resistance. And that it's actually really bad for us because we then remain stuck in those energies and we sabotage our own growth, and we sabotage the changes that we wish for in our life. So I'm really happy to see this because it's kind of giving me the vibe that this is coming from you, like you saying, like not just saying or thinking that you need to do it, like you truly feeling within yourself on the inside that, I release my need to be right. I'm defenseless and at peace, because you if you want to be right all the time and you butt heads with things and people all the time, you are creating that energy of resistance, and that's really not good. So you are just going to release that need to be always right and for things to always be the way you want them to be. And you're gonna drop your guard in the sense of always feeling like you need to defend yourself and defend your ideas. You're just going to be at peace. Because you are going to recognize that you don't need to carry those things with you any longer, and trying to carry them and explain them and be right in relations to them. It's actually just causing you more harm than good. So you're just gonna leave it all behind altogether, I'm feeling, which is going to bring you a lot of peace. Let's get some tarot cards, my beautiful pile number 3. And please, if this reading is resonating and you feeling like you're getting value out of it, please let me know down in the comments below, because I was so proud of my readings last week, and I still am today. I definitely am. But some days, I wonder if it's making sense, if people are going to resonate with it. I'm just like channeling the energies and saying what's coming up. But I can't help but think, like, is this making sense? Are people going to resonate? Like, I just really hope it's helping you guys out there, so if you could let me know down in the comments what pile you chose, if it resonates, obviously, and yeah, that will make me really happy, and I'll know that all my hard work, it's been compensated. If it helps one person out there, then that's all that matters to me. As long as one person gets value out of it, my work is done. But here we go. Let's ask Spirit to please clarify with tarot. Please, Spirit, clarify to me what is going on in our beautiful pile number 3's life at the moment. Sorry, so many cards came out. Oops. One actually fell on the floor, so I'm gonna pause the video and grab the one that fell on the floor. We have the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups is a card of sorrow. It's a card of loss and sorrow. So I'm very sorry, my beautiful pile number 3. And whatever has caused you to feel this great loss and disappointment. Like the Five of Cups is about us being like deeply disappointed. Something that we held very dear in our hearts has not turned out the way we wished them to be. But again, not always lost. You see, Two Cups is still remaining. You just need to have hope that you still have like some left, and that you can fill these cups up again, right? Look at this river here. Look at this river. Water represents our emotions, right? So look at this river, like full. It's like full with abundance, emotional abundance, emotional fulfillment. You don't need to cry over these spilled cups. You have a whole river in front of you. You just need to pick your head up and look ahead, and you will see. You have a whole river. Don't cry over the 3 cups that are spilled. You have 2 that still remain standing, and you have a whole river in front of you. And with the 4 of Swords, it's a card of rest, of retreat, of preparation. So I feel like you need to rest, you need to retreat, you need to give yourself this time so that you can, access the deep parts of you, so that you can go through the emotions and the feelings that arise. You are going through an end of a difficult cycle, and that's a lot to go through. It ain't easy. You need to take a breather, you need to take a rest, you need to allow yourself to feel how you feel. Okay, but you need to rest, and you cannot fight against it. You need to surrender to it. That's the only way you're gonna overcome it. Okay, you need to rest to prepare yourself to this beautiful, great new beginning that's coming. You must rest. But the card was in reverse, which is giving me that feeling of resistance. You are resisting something. You are resisting just sitting with it and accepting it for what it is, and just relax in what is. In the sense of, accept what is, and relax and see what, and just allow yourself to feel and go through the motions of this ending, of this loss that you've gone through. May Spirit clarify the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. What situation has led our beautiful pile number 3 into this? Okay, the Devil. We have the Devil. Please don't be alarmed. If you are familiar with tarot, you know that the Devil is just another cycle of life that we all go through. It's not something terrible or anything. It's just a part of our experience as humans. We have the World. Oh, amazing. Okay, I'm getting new insights. I feel like these cups that have spilled, you held them very dear to your heart. Be this a person, a place, a situation. I don't know exactly. Spirit hasn't given me clarity on that, right? And I feel like that's because I don't actually need to know the specific situation, especially because this is a general reading and a lot of people are watching, and a lot of people have different circumstances but are going through the same energy lesson, right? So the message is the same, but the situations are different. But it could be a person, a relationship, a place, a job, a something that meant a lot to you has exited your life. It didn't turn out as you wished it did. It didn't pay off as you thought it would have. And that has caused you a great feeling of loss and sorrow. You are very disappointed because you expected these things to be a part of you and for them to bring you emotional fulfillment. But I feel like these are external things, like I said, a job, a person, a place, a situation. This is outside of you. Spirit's telling you that you need to rest. You need to go within. You need to give yourself time to process all that has happened. Process how you truly feel. Process how the situation even served you. Why were you in that attached to the situation? What does that situation really bring to you? Are you actually going to be at a loss without it, or is actually doing you better good than harm? You need to reflect. You need to relax. But don't rush yourself neither. Just, take your time into feeling whatever arises. But for that, you need to make an effort to be alone and to listen to yourself and to sit with yourself. We have the devil, so that gives me the impression that whatever this was, it was more attached to your ego, your negative beliefs, your limiting views and perspectives of things, that you still need to expand your vision and thoughts on, which you will acquire once you do this go into the self-reflection mode. The devil talks about addictions, and he talks about self-sabotage. In a way, he talks about us being stuck in the prisons that we create for ourselves, the prisons of our own minds. And it's about getting stuck in lost, being worried about things that don't really matter as much. We may think that they are that important, but they are not. They are actually a illusion. If you stop to go within and really think and reflect, you will see that these things, they are a false sense of security. They are just a pleasant, a momentaneous pleasure, and they don't actually add any value to you in the long run. And I feel like this devil is tied to this. You're actually grieving over something, person that was tied more to your ego and to your unconscious addictions that you need to address, because you need to put an end to this cycle, and it is coming to an end. We got the world card here, so you are going to be able to learn everything that you need to from this situation, and you are truly going to understand things on a deep level, and you will be closing this chapter once and for all, for good, and then your brand new beginning. How amazing is that? We have the Ace of Cups. Aces are all about new beginnings. Aces are all about infinite potential within the suit that they come in. This is the Ace of Cups. So the suit of the heart, of the emotions. Ace of Cups also represents a lot of times self-love. And I feel like you are going to come back from this with so much self-love, with so much love to give. And you are going to create beautiful, beautiful things in your life, because, love is a powerful thing. And once we start to experience it and it starts to overflow within us, we are able to share it with others around us. If our cups aren't overflowing with self-love, we can't give much to other people, because we don't even have enough for ourselves. But you see how this cup overflows? Your new beginning, in your new beginning, you are going to be overflowing with love. And you're gonna have more than enough for yourself, and you're just gonna go out there giving it freely to many, many people who deserves this love. But the most important is for you to keep taking care of yourself and giving yourself that love, and then you will be a vessel to other people in need. You will be able to share the love with the people around you. And see, it's like everything overflows here, like this cup overflowing, all these beautiful colors here just bursting out, like overflowing as well. And this card just gives a vibe of like I said, vibrant, happy, celebrant. And it says, I celebrate all the greatness in my life, and you will be celebrating this beautiful new beginning and all this love that you will have to share with the world. So just to end your reading, pile number 3, I'm going to get the Namaste cards. I love them. Like I said, I think they're really good for closing up readings, because they are like advices or like just comforting messages. So please, Spirit, what advice have you got for pile number 3? What advice have you got for pile number 3? I feel like getting this one. A blessed heart. If you feel that something is missing, lost, remember, have 2 cups overflowing. Have 2 cups filled, but 3 are spilled. So you don't care about these ones because you feel like these are missing, and you care about the ones that are missing, kind of thing. Anyway, if you feel that something is missing, look within. What did I say so many times? You need to go within. You need to rest and go within. But I'm gonna stop pausing in every sentence now. Okay, I'm actually going to read the card. A blessed heart. If you feel that something is missing, look within. You will find it. What is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway to your soul, and your soul is the eternal you. Know that you are free, protected, and blessed. I feel like this Ace of Cups will be you connecting like to your soul, and you're gonna have this infinite supply infinite supply of love that comes from solid foundations. Comes from very solid foundations, not for these false illusory things, if you know what I mean. You are going to end the cycle of illusion, of taking things that don't serve you, thinking that they are good for you, like you are growing wiser. You will be able to identify the things that don't serve you and that actually are deceiving. You are going to end the cycle, and you are not going to fall for these things anymore. But here it says, Well, what is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway of your soul, and your soul is the eternal you. Know that you are free, protected, and blessed. So you are going to connect into your heart whenever you go into this deep, relaxing. Oh my God! And I just realized, holy, everything's tying up. I just realized now that it says relax here. Once you go within this deep relaxation time period, so that you can analyze all that you have gone through and all that you are feeling, and once you allow yourself to feel and rest and sit with it all, you are going to access your heart, and in your heart you are going to access your connection with the divine and with spirit, with the eternal you. And then you are going to realize that these 3 cups, metaphorically, okay, were gifted you by the devil. So they weren't serving you any good. They just looked good, but they weren't actually good for you and for your higher self and your highest purpose. But they looked good, it made you feel comfortable, but they weren't doing much for you at all. And Spirit has stepped in because he wants you to learn, he wants you to grow, and he has taken those from you. And you were devastated. You were like, oh my God, no, who am I without this? I don't even know. And he's saying, once you go into your heart, you will find the eternal you. And then you will reconnect with spirit. You will reconnect with your higher self. And you will see that these 3 cups that you were deceived into believing, that made you who you are, or that you couldn't possibly live without, that was a big lie that you were told, or that you chose to believe in. You have an infinite supply of love and light from spirit. You have so much to give. You have so much to offer the world. You are so much as you are. Like, you alone, you are more than enough. You don't need anything else external to feel complete, to feel whole, to feel emotionally satisfied and fulfilled. You yourself, you are more than enough to give yourself those feelings of satisfaction and fulfillment. And you are gonna come to realize that. You will access your heart, and spirit's just going, you are gonna have this endless connection and supply with spirit, and your cup's going to always overflow with love and happiness and joy. Obviously, life is life, and we have our ups and downs, but you're gonna have solid foundations now. Things may happen, things may bring you down, you may be sad, but you will always have a solid foundation to return to, and you will always be able to pick yourself up. You are not gonna be shaken anymore from external things not going as you wished, because all the love and validation and stability that you ever deposit on things outside of you, now you're gonna have within you. And this is your reading, my beautiful Panamitri. I can't believe it. It took a turn towards the end, didn't it? Because I was just reading out of the books and was like, not much came to me. But it did at the end, like I was saying about the cups and the river, and then this cup overflowing. I just it clicked and was like, whoa, this is your connection to, this represents your connection to spirits right there in front of you. It's available to you. But you have been too busy focusing on this to realize. But now, you're gonna do your work. You're gonna go within. You're gonna rest. And you're going to relax and let things be what they are. And with that, you're gonna gain so much knowledge. And you are going to end this cycle of addictions and, to what doesn't serve you. What doesn't serve your highest good. of illusions, and you are going to gain access to spirit, this endless flow of love. That's that right there. And I'm just smelling it again. It's so good, honestly. This is 100% pure essential oil, by the way. I put it on my diffuser. I'm actually gonna do it to go to bed. I'm gonna do the relax one. And I think that if you meditate, or if you, whatever you do to get into this state, buy yourself some lavender essential oil, okay? It's very relaxing. It really helps, and it actually helps your nerve system to calm down. What the heck? Let's just get one more. I feel cool to get one more. So yeah, I was about to end your reading like 5 minutes ago, but let's get one more card. Please, Spirit, give our beautiful pile number 3 a advice. Could you please give our beautiful pile number 3 an advice? And it's like nearly 3 a.m. I'm so screwed tomorrow, but that's okay. I love doing the readings, and that's why I'm here. There you go. What don't we do for love? The things we love, hey, our passions. There you go. The blessing of omnipresence. Breathing light and breathe out any unwanted thoughts. Dwelling on what has been or might have been serves no purpose. Feel the healing, omnipotent light that surrounds and fills you. Focus on the present, for it is blessed with infinite potential. Infinite. Like, just infinite supply. You have infinite supply of love and infinite potentials right in front of you, like accessible to you. So this is your reading, my beautiful pile number 3. If this resonates, and if it has helped you in any way, shape or form, please let me know down below in the comments. So if you don't want to write a comment, just leave a thumbs up. Again, it just helps me gauge how many people have resonated with the video and how many people it has helped. It means the absolute world to me to know that it has resonated with people and that it's helping. So if you could do that, it would mean everything to me. Once again, thank you so much for being here, and I wish you all the best today and always. I'll see you next time. Bye.